We're pretty much all bargain shoppers one way or another, whether you want the bargain or not. I am curious, Amazon kind of set the tone for this. I mean, they were the ones pretty much out the gate as a retailer of basically, we're going to offer you all the products you love at a price that undercuts everyone else. Now, everyone's doing the same thing. How do you stand out?
Yeah, so Amazon's definitely setting the tone this year, and it's a very uncertain and different year than years prior. So this is the 11th year of Prime Day. What started out as a one-day sale event 11 years ago is now a four-day extended event this year, and it's really exciting for the consumer. We're seeing incredible adoption on the sale front. The other thing that we're noticing this year is that the rest of retail's really followed Amazon's lead here. So traditionally, Prime Day's been in the middle of July. They moved it forward this year, a little closer to July 4th. So we're seeing a lot of direct brands simply extend July 4th sales to carry through this full week. And then you've got every other major retailer following suit. Walmart, Target, Kohl's, Wayfair, everybody's running a big summer sale this week.
How do you get the attention, though, of consumers in that, when everyone's sort of doing the same thing and chasing the same set of eyeballs?
Yeah, I mean, I think Amazon's playbook here has been pretty straightforward from the beginning. It's about selection, it's about price, and it's about convenience. Amazon's always had a wider assortment through their marketplace than any other retailer. They've always had the lowest price possible, and they've got that trust in the consumer and always come out the highest from a consumer trust standpoint. And the real barrier that's tough to beat from an e-commerce standpoint is you can buy product and have it arrive that day or the next day. On day one of Prime Day this year, on Tuesday, I bought my son Rory a fishing rod. That's a 7-foot pole that came in the mail and got there the next morning. That logistics moat is what really lets Amazon stand out for an event like this.
And of course, yeah, and we always joke about how they're much more of a logistics company than anything else, and an actual retailer, a straight retailer, if you will. They're also an advertising company as well, and they made a big push there, a push that was, I think, initially derided by a lot of folks, but then once they started to see the ad revenue, I think a lot of investors warmed up to it. But everyone's doing the same thing now. Everyone's sort of taking a look at the traditional way of advertising to consumers and realizing you maybe need a little bit more of a holistic approach, and for a lot of companies, maybe an independent approach, one that's maybe divorced from the traditional sort of ad agency model.
100%.
Yeah.
And so I lead commerce for PMG, which is a digital marketing services and technology company powering some of the most iconic consumer and retail brands. And we invest aggressively in technology. We have two platforms. One is Velocity, which tracks billions of data points on Amazon specifically, so we understand consumer signal. The other is Alley, which brings together marketing spend, return, and consumer insight across all channels. And with that, we have a pretty unique perspective on the customer, and all the brands that we're interacting with are trying to look at the customer journey as it moves across search, social, retail, and you're starting to see retail and media coming together in major ways.
Is this sort of a new or relatively new approach, I should say? Is it effective? And by that, I mean, I know there's a lot coming out of the fire hose when it comes to these new ad platforms, but are you seeing, and more importantly, are clients seeing a true return on that investment?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And so, what we're seeing is in Cannes earlier this year, just a few weeks back, retail media, as it's called, leveraging retailer data to target and measure the effectiveness of media, has become one of the fastest growing segments of media overall. More money is spent on retail media than on TV advertising now. And increasingly, retail data is being used to target television advertising. So at Cannes, Amazon announced a huge partnership with Roku. You're able to take data on consumer behavior on sites like Amazon and then target specifically people based on what they buy in the past. And then you can measure the downstream impact on, did they search for a specific product on a site like Amazon? Did they check out? Did they buy, et cetera? And that's the shape of where this is going, which is really exciting.